What's going on, guys? I am Austin Mowell, NFL, or Austin Mowell, Twitter handle, whatever. We're going to just, last mock draft, we're going to just mess it up. That is Nick Price. We are
Hello.
here on behalf of Blue Chip Scouting, recording our final mock draft, team mock draft of the 2022 draft cycle. When you are seeing this, it'll be Wednesday. The draft will be tomorrow. And we are going to try to undo the nightmare that Urban Meyer started last year in Jacksonville after gifted the number one quarterback prospect we've seen since Andrew Luck. So naturally, we're on the clock at number one. And we talked pre-show about what we're going to do, and it's probably going to surprise you. So, Nick, you want to introduce who the number one pick will be in this mock?
So after careful deliberation between Austin and I, we have decided that the number one pick in the 2022 in the NFL draft should be Northern Iowa Attack. I'm sorry. I couldn't get that out.
Northern Iowa? No, North Carolina State offensive tackle.
Ikem Ekwonu.
Because Cam Robinson got tagged again for some reason, even though he's not that great. He's okay. Yeah. He's serviceable.
He's a guy.
Walker Little's not good. Mm-mm. And Juwan Taylor has been very disappointing after he came out of Florida in 2019.
I still have hope. All right. I'm not letting that dream die.
I'm letting that dream die. So I understand the issue with taking Ekwonu at one because he will be playing guard for you this year. But quite frankly, you need protection for Trevor Lawrence in the worst way possible. Yep. And Ikem Ekwonu at guard is a pretty solid pass blocker as well as an absolute mauler in the run game. Mm-hmm. So if you play him at guard this year and then continue to train his pass blocking technique from a tackle on the side, or maybe not, that doesn't sound very smart, but you know what I'm saying.
Right.
You've got potential left tackle of the future. You've got an immediate starter at left guard, and you've got an absolute mauler for your offense to set the tone and protect your number one investment in quarterbacks. So we're taking Ikem Ekwonu at number one, despite all signs pointing to it being Trayvon Walker or Aiden Hutchinson. We don't want to do that. We're not going to be boring. Get us our left tackle.
And to all of you Trayvon Walker truthers out there, I reject your reality and substitute my own. So I'm sorry. It's not right. He's a second round player on film. Deal with it. Anyway.
So we're here at 33, and we are once again going to reject reality. We are not going to take Quay Walker, who I believe will be the 33rd overall pick if he is there in real life. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the fact that we just passed on edge at one. I'm looking at the fact that we are still starting. Well, the thing with this team is I don't think they necessarily need to go all in on an edge because Josh Allen's playing on the edge. And I still have to hold out hope for Clavon Chason. As someone who was this close to having him on his team as a Cowboys fan, I've got to think he's got a chance to develop. He's only been in the league 2 years.
Yeah.
But,
well, I mean,
when you're
looking
looking
at edge rushers is, I'm sorry to cut you off, Austin.
No, you're good. I was going to say, when you're looking David Ajabo square in the face there at 33 after passing on edge at one, it's really hard to not make that choice. But.
Well, I mean, I see logic in it, to be honest with you, because granted, Ajabo is not going to be ready right away to play. Even still, you can probably make him sit, I would say sit, but play in a rotation role for year one while he while he learns the position. Yeah. And even while you do that, you could still see what you have in Clavon Chason. If he doesn't perform after this year, you can easily ship him off to an edge needy team. And then you have Ajabo, immediate replacement, and I don't know if you may want to take this swing here while the edge class is really good, and maybe next year the edge class isn't quite so good. Granted, I haven't watched the 2023 edge class yet. I'm not a psychopath, but anyway,
I've heard some good things. I mean, of course, you've got Will Anderson at the top.
Yeah,
but nope, we're not getting off track. We're not doing that.
No. There could also be the argument for Boye Mafe. Granted, he's older, but he's also like a high upside guy too, who's stupid athletic. He's just the big thing with Mafe is he needs to figure out what to do with his hands because he can look confused sometimes. Whether it's disengaging versus run or setting up pass rush moves. But granted, and we just took this guy literally not 3 seconds ago. Lewis Seen. They haven't had a good safety since Deshaun Gibson.
Barry Church.
Oh yeah, and Barry Church.
Andrew Wingard's still their free safety, and Rayshon Jenkins is their strong safety. Now they should start Andre Sisco at free safety. That is what they should.
Definitely. They should. Most
Lewis
definitely.
Dean would be a good strong safety. I want to see what there is at linebacker. See if Nakobe Dean may have fell through the cracks. He did not. Okay, so
No.
not worried about that right now, even though I'm doing everything I can to get Shaquille Quarterman off the field. Just quite frankly.
The dude had no change of direction skills, and he still got drafted.
I think I had a late 7th at best on him back in that draft, but I also didn't know what I was doing in 2020. We have well established that. So, there's a lot of good options here.
Yeah, corner would be fun.
Yeah, I think they could use a nickel, but they also did sign Darius Williams, so they have 3 solid starting cornerbacks with Williams, Shaquille Griffin, and Tyson Campbell.
True, I forgot they have Campbell.
I wonder what we could do in a trade back here. I wonder if anyone want to come up, because are there any quarterbacks on the board that someone might want to come up for? Desmond?
This guy.
Let's go talk to Seattle. Now, I know we did this similar trade yesterday a few days ago in our Jets mock draft. But let's see if Seattle wants to come up and take another shot at Desmond Ridder.
Okay, so Jacksonville.
Seattle's going to be the 5th team to the end.
Okay. So let's do 30.
40, and let's see if we can get 72 out of it. No, but what if we threw in 106?
No, that doesn't move the needle.
What about a 3 next year? Because I don't care about these next year picks in these mocks. No,
that ain't moving the needle.
Okay, Seattle doesn't want to come up, so I think we're going to have to sit put and make a pick here. Let's go ahead and take an edge, and let's go with David Ajabo. Just because people are going to go crazy if we don't take one here after passing on an edge at 1.
And let's be honest, man. He looks so nice in those Jaguars uniforms.
Yeah.
I mean, great. It's hard to look bad at those because, like, the Jags, in my opinion, have always had sick uniforms. But
absolutely. Dylan Parham at 56, Dallas. After taking the wow.
Okay, Brisker's here. Brisker is here. And Quay Walker, Christian Harris, and Chad Muma.
There are a lot of linebacker options. I think we can get one at our next pick because it's at 70. Let's take Jaquan Brisker and get ourselves a safety.
Yes.
He feels like a Jaguar to me. I don't know why.
He does. Oh, wait, we're cool.
Yeah. And now Chad Muma feels like the Jaguars kind of linebacker to me. And they brought in Foycedo Lewoken, who, got a lot of money for being a good player, but I think Chad Muma's got that. I don't want to assume anything because I haven't watched as many players.
Right.
He feels like that smart, instinctual linebacker that we typically see. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
they need a coverage guy, and I feel like Chad Muma could be really good in coverage.
Yeah, he actually has really nice range. I didn't expect that watching him. Even in his senior role tape, like that man was head up, was like straight up in the A gap, and then outside toss play, guy bolts to the sideline, and he's there quickly, on target, beautiful angle, all that jazz. So, I mean,
they actually no. We need to be smart here. They're going to take Quay Walker.
Oh, duh.
I didn't even think about the fact that Quay Walker was here. There's your coverage guy, and Jacksonville would love to get Quay Walker.
Yes,
we already know this. So let's do it. Let's take the guy that we know they're going to take in real life, if they take him.
If they take him.
If he's there.
If he's there, of course. I have an idea for the next pick, if it's in time.
I didn't mean to freak out there, but the Cowboys took Khalil Shakir, which means we did not get Khalil Shakir in a mock draft here on this channel, if I'm not mistaken. But that's okay, because
it's fine.
That's what I want in real life is Shakir at 88. All right, what do we have at tight end? Because I don't think it's anything. It's nothing.
Evan Ingram.
It's Evan Ingram and Dan Arnold.
Yeah, I mean they traded Josh Oliver to Baltimore last year. And Ingram's on a 1-year deal. You're not attached to the hip to the guy, so you could potentially get someone like Likely, who I would love for Jacksonville.
I was going to ask you which tight end you think fits best here out of the 4 we're looking at there.
Well, if you're going after someone, if they sign somebody like Evan Ingram, they want someone who's a bit more of a move tight end. Who, granted, Isaiah Likely is not like a pure receiving tight end. I think he can play in line. Granted, he didn't test as well as I thought he was going to, which is a shame. But I don't care.
Jelani
He's
Woods tested out of the gym, and he was the one that was staring me in the face. Is Jelani Woods out of Virginia?
You know what? If Trent Baalke's really willing to
take Trayvon Walker at 1, he's willing to take Jelani Woods here.
Yeah. That math checks out.
All the traits.
Jelani
Woods, 106 overall to the Jaguars here. Zachary Carter's a guy I haven't heard anything about since y'all talked him up in the summer.
I mean, I still talk him up. I mean, it's just that, like, the guy, he even DM'd me. I have DMs from Zachary Carter saying, like, hey, man, you're like the only person that talks about me. I'm like, hey, man, the good people don't know what's up, man. I don't know. Listen, he's gonna get drafted in like late round 3 and be like a really solid 5 tech on it in like a 1 gap 3-4 team for a long time.
Let's look at our needs because we've made a lot of picks, so I really need to see. It still says we need D-line.
Wide receiver. Oh crap!
We haven't taken a receiver, but we did pay about $600 million to receivers in the offseason. So, you know.
Yeah, we can't take Kyle Phillips because that'd be redundant. Tyquan Thornton.
So I'm looking at the defensive line because that's what it says as a bigger need. They brought in Florenzo Fotokasi in free agency, and they have Jay Tufele and Devon Hamilton. So they could use. They also signed Arden Key. They signed Roy Robertson Harris a couple years back. I don't necessarily think they need to add much more to this defensive line. What are the options, though?
So options are Christopher Hinton, who
no,
he's not great. Uwazurike is actually really awesome. He'd be more of their 5 tech.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guy that reminds me a little bit of Danico Autry from a height, weight, and speed perspective.
Interesting.
And Autry has quietly been one of the best defensive linemen in football for a little while.
Yeah, he's one of those guys you think about when you look at those charts that say like recognition down here and talent up here. Right. He's one of those guys.
Yeah.
What receivers are available? Because I cut you off there.
Thornton.
Ezukanma is probably the one you would take here for Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Just because they've got Christian Kirk, they've got Laviska Shenault, who probably will be moved. Marvin Jones, Zay Jones. Man, this receiving core is paying a lot for mediocrity. But, that's Jacksonville for you.
Yeah, it'd be like that. I feel bad for Jordan and all those other Jags fans who have to sit through crap.
I like Eric Ezukanma. I, of course, live in Lubbock. I went to Tech games as part of my job last year. He's good. He's getting some hype. I know our guy Ian Cummings over at PFN absolutely loves the dude.
Yes.
Like me with Khalil Shakir is Ian with Eric Ezukanma. So
of course,
let's get him here. Why not?
Why not? I haven't taken Ezukanma in a mock draft thus far. So we're back on the clock.
We're definitely not taking a running back because we have 2 starters on the roster.
Yeah, because they took Travis Etienne in round 1 last year, and I had a conniption.
I called that. It was obvious.
I know it was obvious, but like it was wrong. And I liked Etienne. Don't get me wrong. I think he's gonna be a fine player. It's just that
I talked about Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne staying together back 2 years before they were in the draft. So can we take Kalen Barnes and get some speed in the secondary, please?
Sure.
Like that just stuck out. I feel like we take Kalen Barnes in every mock draft on this channel. It's all running backs at this point, man.
Okay, so
Logan Cook.
I think he's good. So here's the thing. I have not watched Chasen Hines, although there's people out there that I trust who have talked up Chasen Hines as a good center.
Our center's Tyler Shatley.
Yes, because Brandon Leonard retired. And Shatley has been like a swing guy / depth piece for a while.
We didn't take a center, and I completely forgot to do it.
See, Jacksonville has so many needs.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of hard to forget. It's like you get lost in the sauce trying to figure it out.
See, this is why they should take Ikem Ekwonu at 1 and Tyler Linderbaum at 33, because he's going to be there for some absolutely insane reason.
Listen, he's a small center that's scheme specific. It is a brutal combination because the NFL is stupid.
Jason Hines, let's do it.
Yeah. There's people, like I said, there's people out there that I trust that say Hines has potential, so I'm going to believe that. Grant, him and Austin Deculus are two guys I've been hearing getting talked up recently by people, and I've kind of want to go back and watch them right quick, but I can't.
Brett Coleman said Austin Deculus was a day 2 pick.
God, I'm gonna have to watch him after the draft.
The Ravens take punt god?
Okay, listen.
You can't have too many punters.
I love Sam Cook dearly. Don't get me wrong. I've met him in person. He shook my hand at a Ravens game once. Solid dude. Okay. I'd still love Matt Araiza. You can't go wrong with punt god.
Brian Anger's an all-pro, and I would like Matt Araiza. All right, can we make a Jaguars pick here? I know we've already taken a tight end, but we could use a second one. And there's one that was really highly touted prospects. He was really highly rated going into the season, and then he tanked his draft stock because he can't move. And you've already got the cursor highlighting over him. We got back-to-back picks. Let's give the Jaguars Jalen Weidermeyer and give Trevor Lawrence a weapon.
Okay.
I guess.
He has a pulse.
So, hey, that's all you need in Jacksonville. You just have to have a pulse, and you'll get $82 million. All
right, so what else are we doing with these picks? Because it's nothing but running backs and linebackers.
Is this it? Did we take a corner yet?
Yes, because we took. Wait, Michael Wright's still here.
That's what I was thinking. I don't remember which corner we took, but
safety.
Bubba Bolden can't tackle.
No, he can't.
Is Dawson Deaton there? Jason Poe's there too.
Brock Hoffman is though.
They have Brock Hoffman rated so low on Rising.
I don't get the Brock Hoffman hate. All right, he's good. He's good, like in a day 3 type of good. But what's up?
I didn't watch him. I watched 5 Guys this year. Okay.
Oh man. Oh, Dawson Deaton is here, by the way.
Now that's a guy I could see at center.
Yeah.
I know we took Jason Hines. We took Kalen Barnes. That's right. Speed kills.
Yeah.
We took Jaquan Brisker?
Yeah. Because
we've taken basically everything.
Yeah.
Reed Blankenship has been the late round sleeper for like 3 years.
Yeah. I remember Kyle Krabs was like a real big like.
That's what I was going with. Guy. Yeah. Is De'Aaron Turner-Yell anything good? Just this isn't about the pick. I'm just generally asking because I feel like I heard his name a lot, and I just don't.
Dude, like him, he's like one of those guys that's played at Oklahoma since like the dawn of time. It seems because like I remember like having to scout like Oklahoma games in 2019, and I heard his name call.
Mm-hmm.
Like same thing with Colby Harvell-Peel.
Yes. Gosh,
and Joey Blunt.
Back when we were using broadcast tape because we had to.
God almighty.
That coupled with the fact that I didn't know what I was talking about, it equates to my 2019 draft rankings being the worst of all time. And I know because my wide receiver 3 in that draft just got turned into a tight end for the Eagles. And I am admitting that live, and I do not care because I've talked about it. That is my biggest miss ever.
Do you remember Tavon Coney, the Notre Dame linebacker?
Yes, he was like my linebacker 5 in that class.
He was like linebacker 4 or something for me. Like, and he I'm pretty sure he's not in football anymore.
I think he went undrafted. The other Notre Dame linebacker that year was better. What's his name? He's with the Chargers. We've gotten off on a tangent. Let's draft.
We have gotten off a tangent. Good Lord.
Get home. Let's draft Percy Butler. Why not? That's a name that sounds like a Jaguar.
I want Reed.
Take Reed.
Special teams ace.
Special teams ace.
You can never have too many of those, man.
Please tell me we don't have another pick.
We do.
Yeah, who's the best player available? Wide receiver from Nichols? Sincere McCormick. Let's take Sincere McCormick.
See, there's an idea.
RB3. Future RB2 when James Robinson walks.
Was that it? No, God, there's more. Why is there always more?
Because Jacksonville needs so much. Chase Lucas.
No, actually, I'm taking the reins here.
Okay.
We were going Reggie Robertson because I like Dante. I'm still living onto this dream. He tore his ACL in 2020.
Before he tore his ACL, he was so good.
Oh, dude, he would have been a third round. He would like probably be a third round pick before he tore his ACL. But now, like, I don't know if he's going to get drafted.
Yeah.
We're doing
I
it.
like
Reggie's
him a lot. I'm in.
Reggie's too good. Reggie's too good. You can't.
Well, that was chaotic, and we had a lot of picks. Who's going to be Mr. Irrelevant? We traded for Mr. Irrelevant in the Texans draft yesterday and took Montero Brown.
Jordan Stout.
Okay. I think it's actually 261, and it just doesn't show. So, yeah, there's another pick after.
Well, hold up. Before we do anything, I'm going to look at that because I'm an idiot.
I'm down.
Chase Lucas. And the oldest player in the draft, most likely.
Man,
that
Arizona State defense always has players that get hype and then play for 5 years. Who's the next one? Merlin Robertson's the next one.
Yes, I was just about to say. I'm going to have to scout him next year.
All right. I think we did pretty good for the Jaguars. We filled a lot of needs. We went with a smart pick at number 1, which you probably will not see tomorrow during the draft.
No.
So, Ikem Ekwonu, big time run blocker. He'll play guard at the beginning, which isn't great at number 1, but he is your left tackle of the future once you let Cam Robinson go. Mm-hmm. David Ajabo, probably going to miss about half the season, and he's still learning the position, but he's got super freaky upside. Jaquan Brisker, do-it-all kind of safety that you can put anywhere, except probably not as a single high guy, but we're not seeing single high in the NFL all that much anymore. You're seeing a lot more two high shells. So he can do that for sure. And you need someone in that safety room. Quay Walker, coverage linebacker to put next to Foycedo Lewoken. Jelani Woods, uber upside tight end. Eric Ezukanma. At this point, we're just getting in depth. So that's our depth, guys. We had 12 picks in this draft, I want to say.
I'm not going to do math, man. I can't count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Jesus.
Wow.
Thank you guys for joining us on this ride of team-by-team mock drafts. Once again, I am Austin Mowell, NFL. You can find my work on Twitter at the handle below and also on Blue Chip Scouting after the draft. Nick Price, you can find at PriceCheck3 on Twitter. It's been one hell of a ride, and we are almost there. Enjoy the draft and enjoy the discourse to follow going into 2023. Thank you, guys. Peace.